All right, you guys, this your boy back at y'all with another one. Shouts out to the LDBC Lions Den basketball community. Give the video a like, hit subscribe, ring the bell whenever I go live. That way you get those notifications. Also subscribe to the Patreon. I'll leave a link to the Patreon when the stream is over with. Now let's get down to business. Right? Now, shout out to Bleacher Report for this specific article, as a report came out that Scott Brooks is firmly on the hot seat as head coach amid the Wizards' 2-8 start. Now, I told you guys before the season even began, right? Matter of fact, I told you guys last season when I went up to DC, when Scott Brooks did the Q&A with specific fan members or whatever like that, right? Now, I still got that video up from last season, so if you even check that out, check that out. But I told you guys last year that this dude was going to be on the hot seat this year. And now you got this report coming out saying that Wizards head coach Scott Brooks is sitting firmly on the hot seat after the team's 2-8 start to the season. Now, this is according to the Ringer's Kevin O'Connor. Given the slow start, teams thirsting for a blockbuster trade are increasingly gazing towards Bradley Beal as a potential trade target. Now, Scott Brooks is in his 5th year as the head coach of the Wizards. The team has gone 151 and 177 in his tenure and has made 2 playoff appearances, though none during the 2016-2017 season during the height of the Beal-John Wall partnership. Now, he previously spent 6 seasons as an assistant coach for various teams and 7 seasons as head coach for the OKC Thunder. Now, coming into the season, they had high hopes, right? Now, me personally, I don't know how they had high hopes after making the trade for Russell Westbrook, considering that they still had issues in the front court, and with Thomas Bryant tearing his ACL in the Miami game on Saturday night, those hopes are even further diminished. But nevertheless, they had high hopes. They brought back Davis Bertans. Thomas Bryant was looking to take the next step. Roy Hachimura was a guy they were looking for to take the next step. And Isaac Bonga. And then when they drafted the guy from Israel, Denis Avdija, I think they drafted him like number 6 overall, they were hoping that the Washington Wizards would push for the playoffs. So we talked about Thomas Bryant going down with the torn ACL, right? But it didn't make a hill of beans because the defense is dreadful, right? The Wizards' defense suck, okay? I mean, their defense really sucked. And then we had Bradley Beal a couple days ago coming out saying how, Washington defense couldn't stop anybody with a tissue or some shit like that. Man, look, there's all kinds of issues going on in DC. Now, let's see who's in the building right now. What's up, Red Pill Alpha, Sports Talk Entertainment, Ace Santana, Mr. Big Chest, Stephanie Dews, what's up? For real. Look, they got to find a way to get this turned around, right? They got to make another trade. And me personally, I wouldn't trade Bradley Beal. I would get Russell Westbrook up out of there. That's just me personally. Yeah, he putting up triple doubles, but them triple double stats is hollow if you ask me. Them triple double stats is hollow. And what did Russell Westbrook say when he got traded from the Rockets to the Wizards, right? I'm not changing my game at all. And that right there was the catalyst for why the Wizards have a 2-8 start. Russell Westbrook has not played in any back-to-back games this year, but yet you don't hear nobody in the media talking about that. They killed Kawhi Leonard for not playing in back-to-backs to the point now You you had Kawhi Leonard playing his first back-to-back in probably like a couple years. Shout out to my boy James Hayes in the building. Hey James, we about to come in here, we about to chop it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Who else is in here? But yeah, man, this is not surprising about Scott Brooks being on the hot seat. I told you guys this. I told you guys ever since last year, coming to this year, that that this dude was gonna be on the hot seat if he didn't get things turned around. And I don't know how you're gonna get it turned around now, because with Thomas Bryant going down, now they got a timeshare at center between Robin Lopez and Morris Wagner. That's the timeshare right now in at center right now. Now the Wizards have a game tonight against the Phoenix Suns at home, right? Russell Westbrook will not be playing in this game tonight. I forgot what he got an injury that way he's not playing tonight. I gotta look and see what his injury is. Let's see Westbrook injury. Okay, that's what it is. So Russell Westbrook has a quad injury. So so that's why he's not playing tonight. So this could be the Bradley Beal show. Bradley Beal didn't play the Miami game because he was part of the COVID protocol. He didn't necessarily caught the COVID, but the contact tracing or whatever. Then Bradley Beal ended up not playing Saturday night. Now he'll be back tonight. They're at home against the Phoenix Suns, and man, I don't see how they beat the Phoenix Suns or whatever like that. But what's up, James?
What's up with it, man? Salute to the chat panel.
All right, man. What you got on the whole situation in DC? I know my brother Ticker talked about this yesterday, but I figure I put my own spin on it.
Oh, you already know. Listen, I think Scott Brooks is a good coach, but sometimes you get lost trying to please certain players, letting certain players do what they want to do because they so used to doing it. But Scott Brooks just got to take control of the helm. Be that coach you was in OKC when you got them to the finals because you had the pieces to work with. You had the pieces, they might be young. You added a veteran piece like Westbrook. You got to just get him under control. You used to having them in your system. You should be able to ease some of that pain, but seem like you still don't have no control of them. So Westbrook still coming over there being Westbrook, as long as I'm getting me type shit, or I average a triple double type shit. I did my job. No, you didn't, man. Because if it ain't had no impact on the game, if it ain't helped your team win, I don't give a fuck how many points and rebounds and assists you score, man. That shit ain't trickling down in no wins for us. So if you're not willing to change your game, nigga, I've seen your ass overseas. Send him to Cleveland. We don't need him. Fuck. This ever fucking with me, dog. That's why I'm glad y'all got me doing this shit. But when you say buy into the system, and this coach supposed to know what your flaws is, he not doing a great job of fixing that problem. Because, like I said, you have a young team in Washington. I think that injury to that, what his name is, Bryant.
Yeah, Thomas Bryant.
I think that's gonna hurt them tremendously because he was a piece that looked like he was more the glue for that team. And Scott Brooks just these coaches just need to take control. Fuck a players coaches league. When you have a players coaches league, LB, this will happen. But I'm gonna let everybody else chime in, and then we gonna finish cooking on the shit. I just don't understand why they letting these players get away with highway murder when your job on the line, just like you have a family to feed. But this nigga stinking up the joint still can feed his family, but I gotta get fired. Why y'all ain't cutting these niggas and sending them overseas with this bonehead ass shit? Because it's all
That's what
about
I'm
ratings and
saying, man.
money.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's not like Hey, look, even with Thomas Bryant, right, on the roster, their defense has been dreadful. I
Fact.
mean, their defense has been dreadful.
That's
You
all I
can't
had to
be
say till
having
we finish
games.
cooking, though.
You can't be having games every night where it's like 141 to 135 and 148 to 145 and and you scoring 145 points and losing. Go ahead, Mr. Big Chess.
Yeah, man. I agree with what you're saying, bro. I do. And my thing is with Russell Westbrook, my thing is he has to get, he has to play smarter. And that's the problem. He's playing so aggressive, headstrong, hard headed. And, yes, he's getting triple doubles, but his points per game is lower than it was his rookie year. And that's how bad it's been. He's shooting abysmal. And then when he misses, the defense is not getting set. They're not using Denny Abdia in the right way. They're trying to make him play as if he was like, what's his name? Like when Sabonis was in OKC, the year Russ won MVP. They're trying to make him like that when he's more of a slashing and he's more of a point guard type player. So they're not using their pieces right. But my thing is Russell Westbrook. He's averaging right now 18, 9, and 9. So almost a triple double. So he's getting his stats, but it's not translating to wins. And I'm like, you got to play smarter. You're not the same Russell Westbrook that was like 3 years ago that was averaging 30 points a game, 30 points, 10 assists, and 11 rebounds. You're not that same Russell Westbrook. You're compensating because your knee is still messed up. So, like, instead of changing the way you play, you're just going to put your team in detriment, man. If I was, the Wizards, I'd get them out of there because I could get a better point guard, maybe not as explosive as Westbrook, but I can get a point guard that's at least smarter than Westbrook and it's going to play smarter because my team is good enough to at least fight for a playoff spot. You're wasting Bradley Bill's prime right now because you want a dude that don't want to play smart.
Yeah, it just almost nauseating. It's just mind numbing to watch him play. You know, it just it's just mind numbing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Russell Westbrook, his heart, tenacity, and all that. But like, hey, it's like I said the other day when it comes to the Washington Wizards and all that, and what actually not the Washington Wizards come to the Houston Rockets, right? With James Harden, right? They're two different ends of the spectrum, but you have the same result. What do I mean by that? Now, everybody was saying how Russell Westbrook the consummate professional and all that, but it has not translated to wins. James Harden is constantly partying at strip clubs and eating double cheeseburgers and getting involved in hot dog eating contests and shit, right? He's the consummate unprofessional and has not translated to wins. So what is we saying?
Hey, know what else I'm thinking about? That's a good point you and Mr. Big Chest made because you have to be willing to change something in order to be great. And I don't see that in Russell Westbrook. When you've been rolling like this since you came into the league, stat pad and getting these triple doubles and these you can't get out the first round doing it. Now you still doing this and you last in the East when you have a Bradley Bill putting up 62 points. Come on, man. How you let this go to waste like that? It ain't
Yeah.
like Bradley Bill ain't helping you, man. This man putting up buckets, but it's your IQ and your stupidity fucking up the chemistry.
Yeah. And sorry about that.
And
Truth be told, Bradley Bill, James, yeah, Russell Westbrook isn't a point guard. He played two in college, but he isn't a true point guard. And I say this is a fact. The only year that his triple doubles like weren't really stat pad was the year that they didn't have Kevin Durant. The first year when they had Oladipo and Sabonis, and they wasn't expected to make the playoffs. If he didn't average a triple double that year, they wouldn't have made the playoffs. So I give him credit for that. But then when they got Melo and they got Paul George, they blamed it on Melo. They blamed that year on Melo when they got eliminated by the Jazz. But everybody knows Russell Westbrook was stealing rebounds from Carmelo Anthony. Literally, he would miss rebounds and he would back it out instead of getting the stick back, he would literally back out and then try to drive again so he could get an easy assist. He stat padded for the next 2 years. And then, last year, at Harden, you saw, you know, you saw like he's always gonna be professional. He's always gonna, do the right thing, give 100% effort. He's not gonna be out here doing stupid stuff off the court. But if you're not willing to change for your team, it's gonna hurt you. And now he's at a point where his physical is starting to decline. Like when was the last time you heard Russell Westbrook not averaging 20 points for a season? When was the last time you heard that? His rookie year. And his physical starting to decline. He's 31 years old, but his physical is starting to decline. And if he doesn't change, he's gonna be not starting in the league soon.
point is this, right? You know, and it's the same thing that we saw in Houston last year, but when he was teaming up with James Harden, right? So Russell Westbrook has a 36% usage rate, right? Russell Westbrook has a 34% usage rate. So you're talking about 70% usage between two people on the same goddamn team at the same goddamn time on the floor. 70% usage. So how is Thomas Bryant going to? Well, you ain't gonna have Thomas Bryant no more. He's out for the season. So how's a guy like Roy Hashimura supposed to develop? How is Esau Bonga going to develop? How is Davis Bertans, a guy that can shoot threes, going to develop? Right? When you got guys taking up that much usage. So them guys are just spectators. Them guys is basically like spectators on the floor.
Facts. You got to have ball movement, LB. And like I said, with Russell Westbrook, with him doing the way he's doing, playing the way he playing, like you said, his tenacity and his motor always was there. But you got to have some brain and the IQ to go with all that goodness. You just can't put a gumbo in a pot and expect it to cook itself. You still got to add the ingredients. You just gonna add the water in the root and talking about you got gumbo? Nigga, get the fuck up out of here. I just don't understand, bro. Like some of these players just gotta take the like they gotta calm down a little bit because we know what you can do. We've seen the talent. Now we just need you to play smarter. You doing this with the talent and not playing smarter, you're gonna get your ass cooked every day. I'm talking about flame. You know what I mean? So you can't fault nobody but yourself. I never beat myself up for the
Mhm.
choices I made in the past, but I know damn well I ain't gonna keep going that route when I know it ain't getting me nowhere. I gotta change, man. To be better, to be great, you have to change. The coaches can't make you change. You know what you need to do, and this nigga refused to do that shit.
Yep. Yep. They refuse to do it. He
Yeah.
refused to change, and that's why he's in the situation he's in. That's why he keep finding himself in these situations. Teams 2-8 and 2-7, or even if they make the playoffs, right? I was like,
Mhm.
and that's why I got an argument with everybody on my brother ticket channel when I told everybody that the Wizards weren't going to make the playoffs, right? I literally said that the Wizards weren't going to make the playoffs, and everybody was coming at me with the vitriol saying about, well, not necessarily with vitriol, but they were coming at me saying, well, you know, LB, you know, Russell Westbrook never missed the playoffs. I'm like, first time for everything, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because if you make the playoffs in the tough Western Conference, okay, but you just can't. Oh well, he made the playoffs in the Western Conference, so he come to the Eastern Conference and make the playoffs there. I mean, the Eastern Conference is far more tougher than it was back then. Back
Yeah,
about
it's a
four,
lot
5 years
tougher.
ago, the Eastern Conference was weak. Now the Eastern Conference is probably on par with the Western Conference with these teams. You got the Miami Heats and the Milwaukee Bucks of the world. You got these young, hungry teams coming up like the Orlando Magic, right? So this Eastern Conference ain't no goddamn cakewalk.
Yeah. Especially this year, man. Every team is like, any team can get beat on any given night. That's what it's looking like this year.
Yep. In fact,
The
Mr.
Mm.
Big
Charlotte,
Big
I
Chat.
mean, the Charlotte Hornets have been a surprise team this year so far.
See when you
Yeah.
Thanks to the
young,
play of LaMelo Ball. You know, LaMelo is what Lonzo was supposed to be.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know,
he's Lonzo. He's
Lonzo
Lonzo with aggressiveness.
Lamelo's got a killer in him. Lonzo ain't got no goddamn killer in him. And that was evident on Friday night when they played each other. You would figure if there's any game you would show up and show out would be the game against your younger
Get your
brother.
own brother.
And
Yeah.
instead, your younger brother goes out there and balls out while you sit in the corner getting thrown down to the ground, motherfuckers hitting threes on you, doing the Carmelo pose on you while they do just doing all kinds of hot dogging on you.
Yeah.
And
Now it's just like,
you standing there with a dick in your hand looking stupid.
man, it's just like, it's like with Lonzo. It's like a whatever attitude. It's like, if I shoot one for eight, whatever. It's like there's no, like, he doesn't get mad or nothing. It's like you don't see him. He's emotionless out there. Like, he's like a robot. Not like Kawhi, like not like the Terminator Kawhi, but like he just shows no emotion and everything. And I'm like, bro, like, And I'm like, and I'm looking at his whole season, like so far, he's not having a bad season. He's actually having a pretty good season. He's actually having a pretty good season. It's just these games, the games that they lost. It's like, where's your emotion? Okay, you start off the
Man,
season
look,
six.
I don't want to hear. Look, at this point, he is who he is. I don't want to hear about. Look, the motherfucker is a bust. Period. All right, Lonzo Ball is a bust. I don't hear.
Yeah.
That
I
nigga
mean,
Look,
the
your bro-
rubber,
if
that
you
ain't
nigga,
nothing
if
else
your
to
brother
bruh,
say.
the rubber ducky.
if no
Right,
my
right.
thing, your brother Lamelo's averaging. Okay, Lamelo's first year is basically is what Lonzo averaged last year. Because that last year you had a whole bunch of people say, "Oh, well, Lonzo, his field goal percentage improved over the first 2 years and everything." Okay, so last year you averaged 13 points, right? He averaged 13 points last year, right? LaMelo, his rookie year right now, is averaging 15 and a half points. Lonzo, his fourth year, is averaging 15 and a half points. So what it took Lonzo to do 4 years, it took your brother to do 1 year. Why? Because your brother just has more heart. Y'all, it's not like he don't have ability. It's just his heart's not there. He's like, I don't care if we win or lose. I don't care if I have a triple single or I score a goose egg, you know. And I'm like, bro, you're too like what's the point of you being in the NBA? You have all the ability. You get paid millions of dollars, while other people, we out here grinding during this pandemic. While the foolery around this country is going on, people still grinding. You get paid millions. You get paid millions of dollars. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Like, why can't you do what you did against OKC consistently? Why can't you give me the 17, 10, and 10 consistently? Why can't you do that? Because your brother over the last couple of games is literally shooting 50 something percent from the field, dominating dudes, literally locked up Trey Young by himself. Your brother's out here doing this. Why can't you? And that's what angers me about some of these players, because I know some of these players, they have the ability to do awesome in this league, but the fact is they have no heart. And it's like, I wish I had his height. I wish I had his passing ability, because I would culture, like, if I was in that position, you know, I would appreciate it, because I know that, not a lot of people get that opportunity. But this dude is like, well, it is what it is, and you can't win with that attitude. And I like Lonzo as a person. I like him. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty good dude. Played him in AAU when I was younger. But this thing, I can't stand it, man. It bothers me. It bothers me when I see players with no heart. It bothers me.
Yeah, I don't want to stress this video talking about Lonzo or nothing like that. I just want to make a quick reference and whatnot. I don't want this video being hijacked with Lonzo Ball. I want to stay with the Washington Wizards and their situation right now. They
Is he gonna get?
stink. They
They
stink.
stink.
They really stink.
They
So Polo, I know you the resident Westbrook lover. So what's wrong? What's going on with the Wizards from your vantage point?
I like how you started that off, but first off, let me put this shit to rest. I'm gonna put this shit to rest. Salute James and salute Big Chest. I got love for all y'all, but I got a
Man, salute. You already
disagreement.
know Polo Diesel.
And I know the way that James feels about Westbrook. He like he said, it's he never questioned his motor, but he was talking about his IQ. But let me tell you this though, LB and Big Chest. Westbrook it has not been Westbrook's fault this year.
What?
For one, no, it hasn't been. It hasn't been his entire fault. Now, could he shoot a little bit better? Because right now he's shooting for a totality of 37.8%. Okay, now that's horrible. Okay, there's no doubt in my mind.
37. No, go
However,
ahead, Polo.
what's
I
that?
just wanted to make that clear. You say 37?
Yeah, he's shooting 37.8. Now
All right.
we have to take into consideration that that first he didn't play the first game. It's been a shortened season. I'm not making excuses for the guy, but
That
if
what it
you look
sound
at
like?
the game, huh?
That what it
No,
sound
no, no,
like?
no, no, no. No, I'm like I just told you. I said that he's shooting horribly, 37.8. but it's not like he's just coming in jacking up shots. If you can look at the body language on the floor, you know that Thomas Bryant enjoyed playing with him. You know that Bradley Beal enjoyed playing with him. But see, we have to take it back to the beginning and the head honcho of everything. Scott Brooks is just not the coach for this squad. I mean, let's just keep it real. They don't play. They have no type of scheme on defense. I mean, on offense, they're formidable. It's not like they're getting blown out. They're losing. They've lost a couple of close games. They lost a couple of close ones to Orlando. When they played Brooklyn, he shot 7 for 25. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like these guys are just getting blown out. So the effort is there. I just think that they need a coaching change. Now Brian is a big loss because if you looked at the way that Westbrook and Bryant played together, I thought that they had a good connection on the court. I mean, let's not act like he's not getting assists. He had 12 assists against Philly. He had 10 assists against Brooklyn. Then came back and had 11 assists against Chicago and 15 rebounds against Chicago. So he's not stat padding. A stat pattern would be, oh, okay, he shot 9 to 17 against Chicago. He had 15 rebounds. The effort is there. He only had 21 points. It's not like he's gunning, and he's doing this in 30. He's averaging 37.1 minutes a game. So he's playing a lot of minutes. They don't really have the personnel like that, man. So we can't just act like it's all Westbrook's fault, man.
Well, he's
What's
a
up,
major
Joe? I
part
see
of
you
it.
down there.
That's what he's a major part of it. You know what I'm saying? And when you make that kind of trade, right? When you trade away John Wall, a guy that's been a staple in DC for 10 years or whatever like that, and you bring in
Okay,
this guy,
okay, but
this guy,
LB,
right?
LB, let me ask you
So
something. Are you letting Bradley
he
Beal
put
off
up
the
triple
hook?
double. Hold on, whoa, time out. This is
Are you
about the
letting
Washington
Bradley Beal
Wizards.
off the hook?
Hold on, we're not talking about Bradley Beal right now. We're not talking about
No,
Bradley Beal.
but I
We need
mean,
to
it's
build
a
as
team.
far
It's a
as
team
hold
game.
on. We try. Hold on, bro. Because I know how motherfuckers like to tap dance around the issue to justify a talking point. But you ain't gonna that dog you tricks don't work around here. That
Oh,
dog, yeah, that's right. That kind of dog don't bark right here. That
wow.
dog ain't gonna be going on. No.
Hey, okay, go
Now,
ahead. I'll let you talk.
because This is the thing, right? This is a pattern. This is a continued pattern with Russell Westbrook. And to answer your question, absolutely not. It did not let Bradley Beal off the hook. Yeah, he dropped 60 that one night, but they didn't win no
Yeah,
game.
against
They
Philly,
still
against my
lost.
squad. Hmm.
Yeah, he dropped 60 that night and still lost. Right? Look, Russell Westbrook has not changed this game at all. Bradley Beal has not changed this game at all. Right? They got a whole bunch of young guys in that team, and I think that I think them executives up there in DC is overrating the talent that they have, because Thomas Bryant has not taken the next step, in my opinion. Matter of fact, I can make an argument that he's a disappointment because his defense sucks, right? Yeah,
Who,
and
Thomas
then
Bryant?
yes, his defense stinks. You can't be one of the worst
How
defensive
how
teams in the
not
league. How?
how
How is it not?
yeah, how is that?
They're
He's
bottom
averaging
five
he
in look. The Wizards are bottom 5 in defensive efficiency. Okay, they are bottom 5 in defensive efficiency. They're top 10 in offensive efficiency.
okay, I
So let's
understand
not
that.
make Thomas Bryant out to be this difference maker on defense when they're not. Now, a lot of that has to do with their defensive scheme. I believe their defensive scheme is god awful. It's been like
But
that
you
for the last couple of years.
but you know what his field goal percentage is?
What's that?
He's shooting 64.8%. So he's
Who?
very efficient, and he's averaging 14.3 with 6 rebounds. That's solid.
Well, if
Those are
you're shooting
solid
close to
numbers.
the rim, if you're shooting close to the rim, I will expect you to shoot 64%.
Right, but it's not like he's not a contribution. Do you know that he's more valuable than what you think? Okay, yeah, the record doesn't show it, but they need Thomas a center like Thomas Bryant. He does so many other things, man.
Look, I'm not disputing that. The problem is what he's doing. There's okay. Look, I'm not necessarily applauding what he's doing, but I also say it can be upgraded. That's what I'm saying. He has not taken the next step. What's up, Showtime? I want to get Showtime in here. What you got on all this, man?
Oh, absolutely, y'all, man. What's up, James? My boy
You
James
know
up in
what?
here. Hold up. Hey, you my boy too. Come on, bro. We
What's
already
up?
went through this. All on Ticket TV channel on after the finals. How many times we talked about this? Look, bro, and I
Well,
just got
yeah,
news. And look, and I just got news that Russell Westbrook gonna miss another week with a quad injury. Oh, I know that's your boy and all, but bro, done, bro. I try to tell you,
yeah, and I
he's
know you
done.
love shitting on him.
Put a fork in him. He's done.
He's not
That
done.
cook, that well
He's
done
not
steak
done.
you get at White House, that's Russell Westbrook.
He's not
He's
done. He's
done,
still playing.
bro. He's not that. He's not that anymore, bro.
You're if you're gonna
Y'all
if
living
you're gonna
fast, bro.
if you're gonna sit here and down Russell Westbrook, you have to go ahead and down Bradley Bill too because he's the one that he's been
But
shooting way
you
more
don't
than
get it. See, look, you
than
don't
than
get it.
uh Russell
Hold
Westbrook,
on, hold
man.
on, hold on. You gotta understand this though, bro. First of all, y'all said Russell Westbrook is a superstar. Y'all, I'm listening to what
I
y'all
didn't hear
say.
you.
Y'all say he elite, huh?
You cutting in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you got a lot of static.
Damn, why I got said it? You can't hear me now?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could hear you. It's just I didn't hear that what you had said when you were cut out. You said something.
Y'all said Russell Westbrook is a superstar. Y'all say he's a elite point guard
Right.
still. And I told y'all he wasn't. And then Bradley Beal, I never believed in Bradley Beal. His numbers look good on paper, but he don't have impact. His numbers and his impact don't match. I always said that. I never believed in Bradley Beal. But y'all, I heard y'all say 100 times. Russell Westbrook, he gonna get them to the playoffs. But soon y'all realize he out there shooting bricks and he lose it. Y'all want to blame it on the talent. See, that's not. See, you can't have it both ways, bro. And then the Eastern Conference, I done seen John Wall had a worse team than this. Like like goal time. I told y'all I already have Thomas Bryant, the Marshall top, and then you got the rookie. I'll take that rookie with Nene. And John Wall had an old Nene on top of it. Nene was nowhere near as good as he was when he was with them. And then they did not have a strong bench. So if John Wall can get them to the
Oh,
playoffs, Bradley Beal, why Russell Westbrook can't? I told y'all he's no
okay,
longer
but
elite. He can put up
but you had
10
you had
points.
like you had like John
Hold
Wall
on,
has been
hold on,
way
Polo,
more successful
hold up.
than Russell
He can
Westbrook.
put up stats. I'm trying to tell you something, bro. The man can put up his still number. He stat pad. He still rebounds for the big. He does that. But at the same time, he doesn't play defense. He's not committed to. Oh, he's not even committed to play defense. He don't help his
How not
teammates
though?
on defense. He's missing assignments on defense. All he cares about is getting a rebound, hold the ball, and driving, or try to find a shooter, or try to find a big for a six.
That
Oh,
is
he's
not
gonna
the way
shoot
he's
the jump
playing this
shot.
year.
Yes, it is,
That's
bro. I'm
not the
watching
way
his
he's.
game.
That's not the way. That's not
Bro,
the way
he's
he's
not
playing.
playing. No, he's not managing the game, bro. He doesn't have
What?
impact on the game. I'm trying to tell you,
Okay,
bro.
so
Y'all just look at stats. You're not watching
listen.
the game, bro. He
What?
does
I
not
am
play
watching the
defense.
game.
He
I am
don't
watching
play
the game.
defense.
He's actually being more committed than some of those other guards that are on there.
I don't see what y'all see in this
Like,
dude. I don't get it. I've been done with
nah,
the
I
Lakers
I, I
after
understand. Listen, I understand that he's
look.
he's not
All I need to
he's
know,
one of the
look, I need
pieces
y'all to
that's not
realize this.
doing good.
Hold on. I need you to realize this. Him losing to Damian Leonard and and Utah Jazz for Donovan Mitchell, that's all I need to see from him. If you're not convinced
Uh,
after what you saw with that, something is wrong with you. I'll still stuff in the
There's nothing
regular
wrong
season,
with me
bro.
because everybody
I'll
gets
still
put
stuff
out.
in
You
the
got
triple
like
double stuff,
Damian
bro.
Lillard is such a great game manager when he does the same shit.
Bro, I'm not a hate, bro. Look at bro. If I was a hater, I'd be crushing the man. I'd just be saying he a bum. I'm not
That's
hating.
the
I'm
only
calling
person
what
you
it is.
shit on.
Okay, I come in here. I criticize my boy Kawhi. Did I not criticize Kawhi the other day?
I
If
didn't hear
y'all ain't
that.
here to TV, yeah, you ain't here, bro. I
Yeah, I didn't hear
criticize
that.
everybody, bro. If you're not playing good, but Russell Westbrook has not played great. Let's be honest.
No, yeah, he
You
hasn't.
keep making
He shooting
excuses.
listen, like I said, I said this in the beginning. Did I not James and Big Chest? I said he's shooting horrible at 37.8%. That's not good. But let's not act like oh Bradley Bill and these other guys are straight up off the hook because these guys have been shooting way more than Russ has. He's had way more shot attempts than him.
The
Russell
man
Let me
Westbrook
ask
is
you a
doing
question,
other
Polo.
things on the court as well.
What game that was? Bradley Bill scored 62 points. Who they
That's
played?
they played the Sixers
You mean
last night.
60 against Philly?
Oh yeah, that was against Philly. All right, put it this way:
Yeah.
if he just hit 30, they get their ass blow it out by 40.
right, exactly.
So if that nigga don't do
What?
that, Philadelphia gonna stump a mud
Oh,
hole in them people.
right. But I mean, what? That's just points. So okay,
No, what
Showtime
I'm
just said
saying
he
is,
had like.
what I'm saying is that's the type of impact. What I'm saying, if he scored 60 points, they wouldn't have been in that game without him doing that. Now, whatever
I know.
I don't know if Russell Westbrook played that game or not. I don't know. But if he did,
He
You
he
played.
did play in that game. He was non-existent.
You were in the
well,
Sixers,
see
James.
that's another reason why I brought it up because I'm quite sure he did play. But without Bradley Bill 62 points, that was more impactful than that triple double he was aiming for.
How not when he was guarding his man? I mean, he was guarding his
Oh my
man and he
god.
was rebounding. He was doing other things. I mean, 60 points, yeah, that's good. He still had 28 and 12. That he only shot 8 of 18. That's a decent percentage. So you see right there, he didn't even shoot the ball that much. He played
He
Man,
was
39
down
minutes.
by 30.
man, the Wizards issues are bigger than just they are. Look, I'm not talking about their offensive output. Their issue is their defensive efficiency. That's the biggest issue, and they don't got whether it be talent, whether it be the defensive concept that Scott Brooks is implementing, or it could be a classic case of both. But what they got going on right now is not working. They're
LB,
putting up all
LB.
these points and
I
they're
need
two
y'all.
and eight.
LB. Why y'all think Russell Westbrook been on that team for how long at the on KD left, right?
Give me a second,
He
man.
won like 40 some wins at the
You
most.
talk,
I'm
Why
getting
you
it.
talking
y'all
about
think
the
Chris Paul went on there?
OKC?
Yeah, Chris Paul went to
Yeah.
that team and
Hold
they
on.
had lesser talent.
Hello?
They didn't even have a $50 deep or a Sabonis.
No, 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 no.
He
I'm
went
not
there.
endorsing. I'm not over there yet.
No, he went there with a lesser team and won more wins.
I'll be.
I mean,
And
come
that's
on,
a big
bro.
point. That's a good point right there, show. You know that.
Why
Yeah.
y'all think that? And he averaged no triple doubles.
And
It's
he had
not
a younger
about
team.
triple doubles. It's about knowing how to run the team, knowing how to be at the certain spots, knowing how to communicate on defense, knowing how to lead your team, bro. Be
I gotta go out and
put
come
them
back in,
in
y'all. Hold on
spots,
one
bro.
minute, man.
It's not about getting triple doubles. Me, myself, and I. There's a lot of players in the NBA out there averaging 20. Zach LaVine, he averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, but he losing. They don't understand, bro. You gotta make other people around you better.
What you think?
Paul George, what? He had a terrible series with the Jazz. But he came in the next year. He showed up. But Russell Westbrook, he went out there and went crazy, shooting 40 shots and all type of stuff, just trying to get back at Dame. But Dame tricked him. He tricked off the basketball court.
Yeah,
Because
his
every time Dame
self-esteem.
went to hit a three, Russell Westbrook tried to hit a three. He took Russell Westbrook out of his game.
his selfish play got Scott Brooks fired the first time, and it looks like karma is going to rear its ugly head again. So it's like, you know, at this point, I don't know what to make of the Washington Wizards. All I know is they stink. And I know they hired a new GM last year after they fired Ernie Grunwald, right? But this dude got to get it right. And then the guy that they brought in, he wasn't even in their first option. Their first option was Masai Ujiri, but Masai Ujiri opted to stay in Toronto. So, this team just got all kinds of issues right now. I don't know how it's going to get better unless they start making some deals and all that. Maybe you trade Bradley Beal. Maybe you trade Russell Westbrook, right? Just blow the whole thing up and start all over again, right? But either way, it's not working. It's not working right now, and they're probably going to lose again tonight. They're probably going to be 2-9. Phoenix will go down. Phoenix is coming to DC tonight. And if they did allow fans, I probably would have tried to go to the game. But since they're not allowing fans, we could watch this massacre together on TV. And a game like this, I guarantee you, a game like this probably, would be the price of a 3-piece with a biscuit and some coleslaw.
Oh.
Hey, I can't wait. Because listen, the way the season going, I told you it's a condensed season as it is. This about to show a lot of people work ethic. This gonna show you who been working and who wasn't working. Who be working on the off season training, keeping their condition, who not. Now this too damn fast to come back, but they put that on themselves by rushing to finish last season when they could have let last season go. The basketball season was gonna start back up in about 2 months, 3 months at the most. So rest and come back and start a fresh season. You know what I mean? So they put themselves in that situation, so you got to deal with it.
Yeah. And on that note, I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I gotta get back in the office, man. So when I get off work, we're gonna talk more about this, man. So be on the lookout for that, man. You know what I'm saying? 3:00. Everybody come back at 3:00. We're gonna talk more about this ongoing issue in DC. All right? This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!